Hello, my name is Jesse, and I'm the president of Emit English, and I also teach our free classes online. So I just want to say welcome to class today, welcome to our advanced class, and we hope that joining us and participating in the advanced class will really improve your English a lot. In our advanced class, we're going to work with the question and answers that we did in intermediate, but we're going to turn them into a natural English conversation. Hi, Sile. Welcome to class. And so in my advanced class, I speak in a normal pace with my English, and really we're going to look at how do we change the words? How do we choose the words? Do we use expressions? Is there a more natural way to say things? We're going to talk about subtlety of word choice and different things like that. So, Emit English has three primary services. We have our free class that you're watching right now. We have a free class for beginners, a free class for intermediate students, and a free class for advanced students. We also have our primary service, which is micro tutoring. Micro tutoring, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the website here. Those of you who registered for our classes did so here at emitenglish.com. And our micro tutoring is when you have something that you want to improve. So maybe you're doing homework for an English class, or maybe you're studying on your own and something is difficult. And with micro tutoring, you can ask for help on a very specific thing. But the best way to ask for help is to say what you want to say, and the tutor can listen and help you. So we have this video that kind of explains how micro tutoring works, and I'm going to play it right now so that you can hear it, and you can hear it in Spanish. My Spanish team, of course, are better at explaining it to a Spanish speaker. So let me just make sure that my sound isn't muted.
¿Te preguntas cómo es la interacción con Emit? Te mostramos un ejemplo. Primero, envíanos un video de 10 segundos en inglés explicando qué deseas mejorar. Por ejemplo, frases, expresiones, gramática o lo que tú necesites.
Last Saturday, I went to a restaurant. The chicken was most expensive than the turkey.
Después, Emit responderá en un video de 30 segundos con correcciones específicas.
Last Saturday, I went to a restaurant. The chicken was more expensive than the turkey. Make sure that you listen for the last sound. Last Saturday, I went to a restaurant. The chicken was more expensive than the turkey. Turkey.
Aprovecha tu Emit al máximo practicando esta respuesta cuantas veces sea necesario. Incluso, te recomendamos grabarte en un selfie para que te compares con el video de Emit. Con estos sencillos pasos, verás una notable mejoría. Así de fácil, mejora rápidamente tu inglés con Emit.
Okay, so that's how our primary service works. And so she is an intermediate to advanced student, more intermediate level student. She did a very good job with that video. And now you don't have to send a video with your face. We also can do an audio, but audio is a little less effective than sending an actual video. So that is how we can do what we call micro tutoring. And then we also have, hello, Yaiskin. We also have regular tutoring. So you can scroll down and you can see here we have our PayPal account where you can buy Emits. That's the you send a video and we respond with micro tutoring. Emit means English micro intentional tutoring. Emit. Thank you. My wife just brought me some tea to help my voice. Hi, Vielka. Okay. And then we also have individual tutoring. Okay, so if you want to improve your English even faster than you can with the free classes, or if you want to learn specific things, how to talk in a business context, how to talk in a restaurant context, these kind of things, then you can pay for standard tutoring. Um, and we can do these tutorings after you purchase on PayPal. We can set up a time that works for you and for us. Hello, Laura. Laura. Welcome. Okay, could you type for me in chat and let me know which of you are advanced students and which of you are intermediate students, so I can kind of see what level I'm dealing with, because as I go through this, I'm not talking with one of you, and I'd like to know what level you're at with your English. This is our advanced class. ¿Cuál nivel están todos estudiantes en chat? Por favor, escribe. Entonces, puedo saber. Gracias. Okay. If you're an advanced student, then you probably understand what I am saying in English. If you are an intermediate student, then maybe you need a little help with the English. All right. I will be looking to see who is participating. I need you to chat so that I can have feedback. Okay. During our classes, we learned some vocabulary about bicycles. We always have, these are Peppa Pig videos, okay? These links here are Peppa Pig videos, and they're really good even for advanced students to watch and to practice. Of course, an advanced student should try to watch the English with no subtitles, okay? But our intermediate students, it's very good to watch with subtitles for our intermediate students, okay? Thank you, Hillary. Intermediate. Good. And Hillary, are you able to understand what I am saying, or are you not sure because I am talking fast? So in our beginner class, we learned bicycle, bike, glider bike, tricycle or trike, pumpkin and jack-o'-lantern. You can understand everything. That's very good, Hillary. Very good. Okay. Look out is a way to warn someone who's riding a bike and swerves in front of a car. Look out! You try to save them. It's a way to say, be careful. Stabilizers is British English for these, and they are called training wheels in English. So if you have a young child, then, or a young nephew or niece, they may be riding a bike with training wheels, with training wheels, without training wheels. We also learned about this. That's okay. Hillary, it's very good practice for you to listen. Hopefully there are some advanced students here too, and hopefully they can understand everything I'm saying. Okay, ready, set, go! This is a way that we start a race. And ready, steady, go is how you start a race in British English. So my brother lived in South Africa and he taught me ready, steady, go. So that was very fun. And so my family says ready, steady, go a lot, even though we are from America. Let go. Let go means to release. Something is in your hand and you are holding it and you let go. So I got this fun GIF. I should do more GIFs. I think they're really fun. So he let go. And of course, let it go is like the movie Frozen, the song from the movie Frozen. In America, for Thanksgiving, we eat a lot of pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie is an important dessert for the Thanksgiving holiday. Tea. Do any of you like tea? Do you like tea? I like tea. Okay, at the end of the lesson, and this lesson is available for you to download and you can look through it if you'd like, and it is on our Discord, okay? So in our Discord under Recursos, let me see if I can show you that. Let's see, Discord, here we go. Meet. Okay, if you're in our Discord, when you come to Discord, this is what you're going to see. And you can see over here we have the rules, which is talk about English. And then here we have resources or recursos, okay? So in here, you can see you can download the lesson, okay? You can download the lesson so that you can do more practice. In general is where we're supposed to practice with each other. So you can see that Achilles and I have been practicing talking with each other in English. He's one of our advanced students, but I will interact with any student of any level who types to me in the general chat, and you guys can interact with each other too. The transcript is very good to have because you can read the everything that's said in the videos, and you can kind of see more carefully how they use the language. Okay, so our intermediate class, this is what we want to do. Our intermediate class, we studied questions and answers. So let's look at this from an advanced student perspective. So in advanced English, we're going to answer these kind of things a little bit differently. Let me just go ahead and duplicate slide. Okay, and then I'm going to move it to the bottom. Then we'll come down here, and then I'm going to write on it. So we're going to change what you're seeing here. So for advanced English, if a person says, "Do you have a bicycle?" then we might say, "Oh yeah, of course. I have a bike." And then we might say, "Why do you ask? Why do you ask?" Okay? This is just a natural way to continue the conversation. In English, it's very important to continue a conversation. If you just say, "Yeah, I have a bike," then people don't know if you don't want to talk to them. But when you add this natural, "Oh yeah, of course," and then your answer, "I have a bike," and then you ask them a question, this encourages conversation, and it feels natural to an English speaker. Why do you ask? Now listen to how I say that. Why do you ask? Why do you ask? It's almost like one word. Why do you ask? Sometimes people might write it like this. Why do you ask? Why do you? Why do you ask? This is a very natural way to speak English. And if we were going to give a negative response, and we wanted it to be natural, we'd say, "No, actually, I don't have a bike." And then you could add to that. I would love, or maybe more like this, like, I'm hoping to get one though. Or you could say, I don't really, or I never really liked riding bikes. These are responses that would be really natural to hear. So this actually is, I've never really liked riding bikes. Okay. In English, we're very flexible about how we use verb tenses in our answers. So a general question is probably going to be in simple present. Do you have a bicycle? This is just simple present question. Now, when we answer, you can answer in simple present. Or, this one also is simple present. But then notice how quickly we change to the now. We like to talk about now and what is currently happening in English. This is important. So this is I am. I'm hoping to get one though. Though indicates that this statement is different than this statement. So when we have two sentences that don't seem to go together, we can end with though. This is the same as using but in the middle, okay? So the same thing would be, no, actually I don't have a bike, but I'm hoping to get one. But I'm hoping to get one. But instead we make two separate sentences and we say I'm hoping to get one, though. So we're using this instead of the conjunction but. I've never really liked riding bikes. I've never really liked riding bikes. Now this is a perfect tense. Have liked. This is a participle. Liked is a participle. Participles are like ito and auto words, like mirado or something like that in Spanish. I've never really liked riding bikes. And the have here is like haber, okay? This have is tener, but this have, because it is perfect tense, is haber. So I want to ask you in the chat and you answer the question. Do you have a bicycle? And try to write the answer, but also continue the conversation. Do you have a bicycle? Does anyone in chat have a bicycle? Let's see, there are some of you in chat. If you're able to, try to write an answer. And I'll tell you what, you can answer any one of these questions, okay? Can you ride a bicycle? Do you like bicycles? Do you like riding bicycles? Do you like fixing bicycles? Do you like flat tires? Any of these questions, write an answer, but try to continue the conversation. You can see why some of you should be in audio chat with me so that we can make this class a little bit better. Okay, if some of you start typing, then I will come back to it. but I'm going to go, oh, okay, here we go, Hillary, good. Ah, good, okay. So we're going to use, this is excellent. So I want you to try using the perfect tense, okay? The perfect tense is like haber, and then we're going to use a participle. So you need to, between I and never, that's where you need haber, which is have. I have, okay? And then you need a participle, okay? Participle. A bicycle before, okay? This is called the perfect tense. Tense. So you can say, I know I have never ridden a bicycle before. Hello, contingency. Welcome to our class. Okay. So this is an example of the perfect tense. Have ridden. Have ridden. Okay. Feel free to answer any of the questions here. Now, how can we continue that, Hillary? What could you say to continue the dialogue? I have never ridden a bicycle before. Can you give me a reason or ask me a question? Give a reason or ask a question. Continue the conversation. Give a reason or ask a question. Contingency. How did you find us on Twitch? Are you an advanced English student? Are you learning English? Are you just looking at a new channel? Oh, good. That's a great way to do it. Make sure you keep the do. Remember, for action questions, we want to keep that do. Do you know how to ride a bicycle? Oh, good. Okay, contingency, that's great. That would be like the other person, um, the thing that the other person would say. Very good. So it would be going back to the other person who asked, do you have a bicycle? And then they would say, how come you've never ridden? And we would almost for sure use the conjunction you've. How come you've never ridden a bicycle before? Very good. Well, thank you, contingency. Thanks for jumping in and checking out our channel. If you know anybody who is a gamer and wants to learn English, we hope that you can send them to our channel and we can help them out. We have 3 classes contingency. We have a beginner, which is from 0 English, and we have an intermediate, which is all these question and answers that you can see on the screen. And then with our advanced class, we're really concentrating on conversation and natural English. Okay. So let's go to the next question and answer slide. Jump up here. A glider bike. Glider bikes are really popular right now in the United States. People have figured out that One of the things that little kids have the most trouble with is the balancing part of riding a bike. And glider bikes help people to learn to balance, help little kids learn to balance. So, not everywhere in the world has them. I live in Costa Rica, and there are some glider bikes, but not a lot. They're pretty rare to find. So, have you ever seen a glider bike before? Hmm. You guys answer. Have you ever seen a glider bike before? Try to answer the question and continue the conversation. Do you think glider bikes are a good idea? This is a good way to ask what somebody thinks. Ah, very good, contingency. Very good. I have little children. You can see behind me the pictures from my children. So I probably know about these innovative toys. That's a very good answer to the question. Good English. Contingency, are you a native English speaker or is English your second language? And Hillary or anyone else in chat, let me know. One thing I wrote out for an answer is yes, I think they help children learn to balance. Oh, very good try, Hillary. Good, good. I'm glad to see that you're trying to use the word didn't. That's excellent. Um, we are going to use that perfect tense here. I haven't seen. Now this was perfect. Very good job. You used, let's see if I can get this, participle. Very good job using the participle. I haven't seen a glider bike before. Very good. That's very good. I think participles are hard to learn. Participles are sometimes the same as the past tense verb, and sometimes they have that N sound, seen. So we have I see, you see, he sees. In the past tense, it's saw, and then the participle is seen. Hmm. In schools. In schools. We always say in schools. What country are you from, contingency? I visited a lot of countries, but even though I've been to 26 countries, that's not a lot of countries, I guess, because there's so many in the world. Oh, Indonesia. Very good. I have not visited Indonesia yet, but I want to. One of my best friends was born in Indonesia. I'm trying to think if I know anyone who currently lives in Indonesia. Most recently, I was talking with a web developer in Indonesia about making an app. Oh, on was a typo. Very good. So Indonesia was, oh yes, Hillary. Very good. Hillary's in Panama. Very good. I have been to Panama, but I've not been to Indonesia. I didn't know that Indonesia had mandatory English. That is news to me. I did not know that. Very good. Well, good for them. I think that will help their people a lot if they learn English. I wish that I had learned Spanish in school, but now I'm learning it as an adult. Okay, so how to disagree. In English, we're pretty assertive. In America, we disagree to the point. We're very direct, we say. So, no, I think children need to build muscles so they can pedal. So we can offer our opposite idea. Um, we can also repeat the question. No, I don't think glider bikes are a good idea. I think children need to build muscles so they can pedal. So these are our ideas and how to agree and disagree. I think this is also cultural. You know, when we learn another language, we have to learn the culture. For me, learning Spanish, this is hard. This is hard because my Spanish is not good enough to know the culture, but I have a different problem. I am an adult and I'm a teacher. So people think he must know. He must know. And I don't. So that is a hard thing as adult learners of a second language. Sometimes people expect us to know and to understand a culture, and we don't. And the only way we can learn is that people teach us. So let's go on. Since neither of you had seen a glider bike before, how about the tricycle? We can have a conversation about a tricycle, right? Did you? Let's do a past tense question. And we're going to do the same thing, try to expand the language use. Did you ride a tricycle when you were little? Another thing that you can do as an advanced student is you can read books about culture. Now, books about culture are dangerous. Let's just say that. They're probably true somewhere, but they may not be true everywhere. So if you're reading a book about culture, I suggest that you have a friend from the place that you're learning about and that you talk with them and ask them questions about the book and get their feedback. It will help you form the right ideas from the good information you find in the book. A lot of times people read to know something, and they form their opinions before they interact with the people they're learning about, and that can cause problems. Did you ride a tricycle when you were little? Yes, I rode a tricycle when I was little, but it was called a big wheels. Big wheels were like a tricycle, but the front wheel was really high and the back wheels were really little, and you leaned way back in them with your feet out in front of you. So instead of sitting up like a normal tricycle, you were down like this. And they were all plastic. They were all plastic. Okay, very good contingency. So because the big wheels were all plastic, I can remember I was driving them when I was little, driving the big wheel tricycles, and we would turn fast on the sidewalks and we could just slide like we were a race car in Tokyo Drifts, the movie. Hello, Aurelis. Are you a advanced student or an intermediate student? I suppose contingency that maybe it is based on which island you're part of. That would be my guess. There's so many islands in Indonesia. I'm sure that a lot of the islands are not developed. But maybe the developed islands do have a mandatory compulsory English. So in advanced English, we want to be expanding our conversation a lot. I would love to talk with you, contingency, on audio and kind of hear where your accent's at and that kind of thing. But obviously you're very communicative and fluent in English at this point. That's really good. Sometimes my friend or my student Kilish joins us for our advanced class, and he is from India and he also knows English very, very well. So we work on some of his accent things and some natural wording, and we talk about expressions. Usually in our advanced class, we get into some expressions, um, but nobody's interacting with me enough to get there today. Now, I use this. Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good. It must be late in the evening or early in the morning for you, contingency. What time is it where you are? What are you doing today? Uh, you might mean, what did I do today? This might be the way that you would ask that, I think. But you also could mean, what were you doing today? And that's an okay way to say it too. Well, today I had a meeting with my marketing team, and my good friend Luis owns a marketing business. And so we were talking about different ways to reach customers for English. And that was a conversation we were having. And I also went to the chiropractor. uh, Chiropractors are in Spanish is quiropráctica. And I have another friend who's a chiropractor, and I took my daughter and myself there. My daughter's hip was hurting a little. So I took her to see the chiropractor, and now she feels much better. So that was very good. If you live in San Jose in Costa Rica, I know a good chiropractor you can go to. But those are the, oh, I teach English in the morning. Um, Very early in the morning, I teach English to children in China. Oh, Laura, Laura. Your name is. Say, my name is. My name is. Very good. I will try to remember that Aurelis is Laura, but that will be a little difficult to remember. Oh, very good. Yeah. That's really common to introduce a word, a technical word that comes from one language, to introduce it to another culture with a very similar spelling. Very good. So the word stays the same. You're doing great, Laura. Very good job. Very good job. Okay, so argument. When we disagree, this person says, no, I think children need to build muscles so they can pedal. Oh, well, that kind of makes sense, but couldn't they learn the muscles? Couldn't they learn how to use their muscles riding a tricycle? So a way to kind of agree, but then disagree. Kind of agree and then disagree. Okay? Oh, that makes sense. But couldn't they learn, or couldn't their muscles learn to pedal on a tricycle? This is a good way. Okay, yeah. No, that makes sense. So the Germanic roots would be very similar to English roots. At least there would be a lot of shared roots. Of course, Laura, what's your question? What is your question? ¿Quiere que yo hablo en español? ¿No en inglés? Esta clase es para avanzados, entonces es en inglés. Pero el lunes y el martes son para principiantes y intermedios. En las clases para principiantes yo hablo en español mucho. Y en las clases para intermedios hablo un poco en español. Okay, very good. So, todo bien, no se preocupe. Don't worry, it's okay. Don't worry. Okay, so let's talk about ready, set, go, or ready, steady, go. Now, we're going to use this for children's games like racing, but we're also going to use it for anything that is synchronous, okay? So let's say that um, we are getting ready to do something. Um, have a good night. Have a good night, Laura. So if we want to do something together, maybe we're going to pick up a heavy piece of furniture. Then we might say ready, set, lift, or ready, set, go. Or sometimes we'll say on three. 1, 2, 3. So we can say that. That is a way to synchronize. And that's really what we're doing at the beginning of a race when we say ready, set, go, is we're synchronizing the start of something so that everyone starts at the same time. Ready, set, go. Or, okay, guys, on 3. 1, 2, 3. And we lift the heavy couch or the piano or something that we need help lifting. Maybe a boat, many different things. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about Thanksgiving and pumpkin pie. Why not? We're getting pretty close to Thanksgiving in the United States. So a little background. Ah, yes, I do tutoring too, contingency. So let me show you. I can do tutoring from anywhere in the world, people from anywhere in the world. Right now, my website is in Spanish, so that's a little bit tricky, but you could always click English, I guess, and probably figure out how to navigate. But I do tutoring here. I do a thing called micro tutoring, which is cheaper. It's more affordable. But you have to know what you want help with, okay? So if you wanted to practice saying something or talk about a specific thing you need help with, maybe a verb tense or something like that, that you feel like, I don't know how to use that. When do people use that? Then I can help you with a short message back through WhatsApp. We use WhatsApp to do that. And then I also offer tutoring in these amounts as well. Okay? I am a teacher and I work, most of my work is with the Chinese because the Chinese want to learn English a lot. Oh, okay. Thank you, spammer from Twitch. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to check that out, it's fine. If you know people from Indonesia or somewhere who are looking for tutoring options, I'm a professional teacher, and all the teachers that work with me are professional teachers. We're all certified, and we're all native natural English speakers. So we have a lot that we can help with if you want to learn from us. So the micro intentional tutoring is great because if you run into a place where your English is so strong, but oh, when I'm having this conversation, people don't understand me, or I don't understand why people are using a verb tense, or maybe there's a topic that you want to learn more about for your job or something like that, then you can either use micro tutoring or you can hire for a session, for a tutoring session, and then we can talk through everything about that situation. I can teach you natural phrases to use, but also how and when to use them, things like that. That would be for a very high advanced student like yourself. That could be great when you're integrating, like if you're working with Americans on the internet. I know a lot of people, there's a huge tech industry in Indonesia. And so I was talking with a web development people in Indonesia just in the last few months, and they had English, but their English was not quite perfect. You know, they could have hired me to do tutoring with them to help them get up to speed on some of the more natural ways that they could communicate, and they could understand their customers better. Okay, so pumpkin pie and Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving is a really important. Very good. Thank you, contingency. Well, our classes are always at the same times right now, but he can also go to this emitenglish.com, and let me just show you. It's not too hard to understand how to register, okay? We can click on, okay, individual plans. You can see that planes, this is Spanish, planes, planes is plans in English, okay? And then so this is plans, and I think that that is going to be where we're going to find, oh no, no, oh no, clases gratis. Here's what we're looking for, clases, clases gratis. And then you're going to click subscribe, suscríbete, and then we click here, and then you can select your class, advanced, okay, or intermediate. And then you can register, okay? So if I was going to register, I can put my name, okay, my last name or family name, my email, my telephone number, select my country code. I don't know if Indonesia is in here. I will have to have my team add Indonesia, okay? But then you can also select your level if you accidentally click the wrong one and click this. And then you'll be directed to me. You'll have my WhatsApp, my business WhatsApp, and your friend can practice with us. You can also just introduce them to the Twitch channel directly, just like you found us, okay? And we're working on getting our website put into other languages, but it costs money, so we're doing it as we can. So Thanksgiving is a very important family holiday. So the family holiday, this means that people travel a lot. If you ever want to watch a movie to kind of know the history of Thanksgiving and how important it can be, um, I think that I think there's a good movie for it. Let me just make sure that it's. I think it's about Thanksgiving. Yeah, it is. Okay. So there's a movie called Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It's a comedy movie. I think comedy is really, really good for learning advanced English. You should watch comedy movies and you should watch stand-up comedy because it really helps. Um, it really helps a person to understand the nuance of a language, the subtlety of a language, but also you can get introduced to the cultural perceptions. Like, what things do we think are funny? Because if you think they're not funny, you have to understand that they probably are in America if you watch this movie. And also, famous movies are influential in a culture. So watching famous movies, even if you think you don't like them, are a really good way to learn more. So people travel a lot on Thanksgiving. I think it's the #1 travel day in America, and even more than Christmas, I think. And people travel from everywhere that they are back to see their family. So it's a very, very important time. And we always eat a big turkey. And a lot of people think that a turkey and a chicken are the same. So when Americans go to another country and people make them a chicken to be nice to them, it is not the same. It has to be a turkey. And that is just, and those of us who live in other countries, we learn to do things differently if we have to. Sometimes we cannot find a turkey. But it's a good business if there are a lot of expats in your country. They will buy turkeys from you at almost any price. So it is something to remember. Turkey is very important, and pumpkin pie with whipped cream is very important. Pumpkins are a squash. And then another thing, let's see, there's often stuffing, and we do a lot of cranberries and jellos. Jello is something that happens a lot for Thanksgiving. But really, it's a holiday that is about it's about food. It's about a feast. Okay, it's about a feast, and we all eat together, and it's a huge amount of food. We often joke that we love turkey on Thanksgiving, and then we eat turkey every day for a month until we hate it. So then we wait a whole year to have another turkey. So that is how the Thanksgiving holiday is. Turkey has tryptophan in it. Tryptophan. I don't know how to spell it. Tryptophan, maybe like this. And tryptophan makes you sleepy. So after we have our big Thanksgiving lunch, it's usually lunch and we call it dinner, Thanksgiving dinner, but it's at lunchtime because dinner can mean the the biggest meal of the day. Sometimes we call it dinner. And tryptophan makes us feel very sleepy. So a Thanksgiving nap is very normal. Often the adults will talk and the children go off to play together with their cousins because it's many families together. And so the cousins go off to play and the adults will talk for a while and they usually put on a football game. The Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys, I think, always play on Thanksgiving Day. And that's just a tradition. And people kind of watch the game, but they usually just fall asleep watching it. Tryptophan. Oh, very good. You found it. Perfect. And tryptophan. Very good. So that makes people sleepy. And anyway, it's a good holiday. We all like it. Thanksgiving is very important to us. Okay. So we try to keep these classes to about an hour, so I don't want to prolong it. And honestly, today, because I don't have someone to talk with, so contingency, I usually talk with an advanced student during the advanced class, but today nobody wanted to do an audio conversation. So you can look up on our YouTube channel. If you check out our YouTube channel, you can watch past classes and you can kind of see and listen to our advanced conversations or have your friend listen to them. And yeah, please send other people to us. That's great. We want to reach as many people with quality English for free as we can. And of course, we also want to sell our tutoring. So we hope that you like our content in our free class. And if there's something specific you want to learn, we want to help you learn it. So please consider coming to emitenglish.com and practicing. All right, I'm going to play this video here to talk a little bit in Spanish about our service, and then we'll be done for the night.
El inglés es una herramienta de comunicación importante a nivel personal y profesional. Con Emit, mejóralo paso a paso a través de tu teléfono. Envíanos un video en inglés de hasta 10 segundos sobre lo que quieres mejorar. Por ejemplo, pronunciación, gramática, expresiones, frases o lo que tú imagines. Un tutor profesional de Emit te responderá en un video de 30 segundos con recomendaciones para mejorar tu pronunciación, acento, expresiones y más. Repite y practica con este video cuantas veces sea necesario. Está hecho a tu medida. Así de fácil. Mejora rápidamente tu inglés con Emit.
Okay, very good. Have a good night, Contingency. Thanks for coming to our stream. Let your friends on Twitch know about us. Let your friends in Indonesia know about us. And we're just going to raise everybody's level of English around the world as best we can. Okay. Thank you so much for coming to our advanced English stream or watching our advanced English video online. We're so glad to have you. We hope that you enjoy our content, and we hope that you'll also consider us for your tutoring needs as you build your English so that you can be successful in the business world and successful as you travel around the world. And that's what our goal is, to be here. We know these are difficult times during this global pandemic and global lockdown. There's lots of economies hurting, and so we're glad to bring you free English classes that we hope help you a lot, and also to bring you professional English services that will really translate into increased income in your life, and so you can help your whole family and your whole community where you're from. So thank you so much. It's really great to have you in class today, and I hope that I can get to know you better in the future. Have a good night. Bye.